Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Hrishitha. Hope you are doing good. Today our topic is plants as source of food, and this is part 2. So let's get started. In our previous video, we've learned how plants prepare food and the edible parts of a plant. In this video, we're going to learn the different types of food obtained from plants. Food obtained from plants are of different types: cereals, pulses, fruits, vegetables, sugar, tea, coffee, spices, oil. Today I'm going to be explaining you about cereals and pulses. Cereals are the most important source of food for both man and animals. Mostly our diet consists of cereals. For example, if we eat sandwich we eat. All kids love sandwich, all people love sandwich, and it's a very common breakfast which all people eat. Sandwich is made up of bread, and bread is made up of wheat. Wheat is a cereal. We eat rice in any form, and rice is a cereal. Most of the world's population depend on cereals as their main diet. So, it is an important source of food for both man and animals. Cereals are the grass cultivated for the edible components of its grain. Botanically, a type of fruit called caryopsis. Now, cereals are the grains of grass plant. As a tree has its own fruit, this wheat grass or the cereal grass has its own fruits called the grain, which is edible. For example, if you take the wheat grass has its own grain called the wheat, which we eat. Now, let's look at this highlighted word, which is edible. What do we mean by edible? Edible means which is consumable or which we can eat as food. We have encountered with a new word called botany. What do we mean by botany? Botany is the study of plants. According to botany, or the study of plants, caryopsis is a type of simple dry fruits. If you take a rice grain or a wheat grain, it is dry. Both are dry and both are the caryopsis. In our usual language, we call caryopsis as a grain, and it's popularly known as grain. Composed of. The cereals are composed of endosperm, germ, and the bran. See the detailed explanation with the pictures.
This is the picture of a wheat kernel. This is the endosperm. Actually, the endosperm is a tissue which is produced inside the seeds of most of the flowering plants. This is the germ. We all know that plants grow from seeds. Do you know from which particular part of a seed does a plant grow? The plant grows from the germ of a seed. The germ of a cereal is the reproductive part that germinates to grow into a plant, and it is the embryo of the seed. This is bran. Bran is the hard outer layer of the cereal grain.
Cereals are rich in carbohydrates in processed form. Cereals are source of vitamins, minerals, fats, oils, and proteins with a high amount of carbohydrates in their unprocessed and natural form. Now, here I've used two words which are unprocessed or natural form or processed form. Now let's see what are these. Unprocessed form. Unprocessed form means when the farmer cultivates the crop and the whole grain obtained is the unprocessed form of the cereal, which consists of all the three parts, which are the endosperm, the germ, and the bran. In this unprocessed form, all the nutrients are there. Processed form. Processed. What they do is, these cultivated crops are sent to the mill for processing. During processing, germ and bran are removed, and the remaining endosperm is mostly carbohydrates, which is supplied to us as grain and which we consume. For example, if you take paddy or which you take rice crop when it's cultivated, it's called as paddy. In its unprocessed form, it is called as paddy. When it is sent to the rice mill for processing, the germ and the bran are removed, and the remaining endosperm is called as the rice grain. Apart from removing the germ and the bran in the mills, they also polish the rice. which may lead to the loss of some nutrients. So, it is better for us to eat the unpolished rice. Cereals are staple crops. Do you know why they're called as staple crops? Because they grow in greater quantities and provide more food energy than any other crop worldwide. Cereal. Okay, do you know from where the word cereal derived from? The word cereal derived from the word Ceres, the Roman god of harvest and agriculture. Moving on to pulses. What are pulses? Pulses are the edible seeds of plants of the legume family. Look at this highlighted word, legume. What do we mean by legume? Legume is any plant that has seeds in long pods. Peas and beans are legumes. Look at this picture. This is the open pod, and these are the seeds inside the pod. This is the open pod, and these are the seeds inside the pod. Legume. The way to pronounce the word is legume, but not legume, okay? Pulses usually grow in pods and come in a variety of colors, shapes, and sizes. Look at the pod. Look at the picture of the pod and the pulse.
This is the pod, and these are the pulses inside the pod. This is a closed pod. If we open the pod, we can find the seeds. These seeds are the pulses as explained earlier.
Legume plants come from the Fabaceae family. Look at the word Fabaceae. This word is pronounced as Fabaceae. There are three parts in a legume plant: the leaves, stems, and pods. Look at the picture for a brief explanation.
These are the leaves, and these are the stems, and these are the pods.
Pulses. They are nutritious, healthy, and easy to cook. They are nutritious because they have proteins, amino acids, and other types of vitamins and minerals. They are healthy. They improve our metabolism and keep the heart healthy. And easy to cook. They are easy to cook. We can cook any number of dishes using pulses and in a very less time. Rich in proteins. In pulses, proteins are in a very high amount and carbohydrates are in a very less amount. Whereas in cereals, carbohydrates are in a very large amount and proteins in a very less amount. Important source of plant-based proteins. Nowadays, people follow a diet called keto diet, and it is a protein-based diet. In that, they suggest people to eat more of chicken, lamb, and beef as their main food in order to gain the proteins. But vegetarians can use pulses as their main food in order to gain proteins. Examples of pulses. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization recognizes 11 types of pulses, which are dry beans, dry broad beans or faba beans, dry peas, chickpeas, cowpeas, pigeon peas, lentils, bambara beans, wedges, lupins, pulsesness. Pulsesness are minor pulses like hyacinth beans, jack or sword beans, winged beans, guar beans, velvet beans, and yam beans. Pulses are of two categories: major pulses and minor pulses. The first 10 pulses fall under the category of major pulses, and the last one, which is pulsesness, falls under the category of minor pulses.
Dry beans, dry broad beans or faba beans, dry peas, chickpeas, cowpeas, pigeon peas, lentils, bambara beans, wedges, lupins. They are all major pulses. Now let us take a look at the minor pulses. Hyacinth bean, jack or sword beans, winged beans, guar beans, Wellwood beans and yam beans are all minor pulses, and they fall under the category of pulselessness.
Why are pulses important? Because pulses are highly nutritious. They have a very low fat content and very high proteins. They also have amino acids, fiber, and some vitamins and minerals like iron, potassium, folate, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Pulses contribute to food security. Now, what do we mean by food security? Food security means ensuring food to everyone in an affordable way. Protein sources are of two sources: plant-based protein sources, animal-based protein sources. As compared to the animal-based protein sources like chicken, lamb, or beef, these plant-based protein sources, which are pulses, are lower in rate and affordable to everyone. A small farmer can grow, eat, and sell the pulses he produces, and use the crop residues as animal fodder or for enriching their soils. Pulses have important health benefits. Body weight management. Now we may think how? Because pulses are low in fat and high in proteins and fiber, so they help in the body weight management. Manage blood sugar levels or diabetes. Helps in keeping heart healthy because they reduce the cholesterol levels and they reduce blood pressure. So it is recommended for us to eat 1 cup of pulses every day in any form to improve the metabolism and to maintain health. Pulses foster sustainable agriculture and contribute to climate change adaptation. Look at this highlighted word, foster. What do we mean by foster? Foster means encourage to develop. Pulses can improve soil fertility and make farmland more productive. Their broad diversities can provide new varieties to climate change adaptation. How does pulses make the soil fertile? Pulses have their own nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Pulses promote biodiversity. Using pulses in intercropping or rotations can improve farm diversity, food and income security. Here I've used a word which is intercropping. What do we mean by intercropping? Intercropping means growing 2 or more types of crops in the same field, in one field. For example, if I have a piece of land, I may divide it into 4, and in the one corner I may sow peas, in the other corner I may sow chickpeas, in the other corner I may sow lentils, and in this corner I may sow fava beans. So I grow it and I harvest it. Growing multiple crops simultaneously in one field is known as intercropping. So that's it for today, and these are some extra miles for you.
Extra mile. Cereals contain high levels of carbohydrates but are a good source of dietary fiber, vitamin A, B6, B12, vitamin C, calcium, phosphorus, amino acids, and other minerals.
Glow in the windows. I hear the church
Did you know?
bells
Pulses have a long, rich history. The first evidence of pulses comes from 11,000 years ago in the Fertile Crescent, a region in the Middle East which was home to some of the earliest human civilizations.
turning the world from
World Pulses Day is celebrated on February 10th every year from 2019.
even the hardest hearts cannot
2016 is the International Year of Pulses.
Bye friends! Thanks for watching, and please remember to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe down below to our channel. Click the notification bell for more updates and for our latest videos on which we are going to discuss in deep about different types of food obtained from plants. Leave a comment down below if you like this video. As I shared my knowledge with you, share this video to your friends and family and for whom it may be useful. 6th graders! let me grab your attention. Follow my videos and there's no fear for you to attempt your exams because I'll be explaining you everything in detail. Bye friends!